it's okay. Not too different from the last game. The only exception, I told you, Adam's knee was still swelling up. Unfortunately, he's had to go and have some exploratory surgery to see what the cause was. So that's going to put him out for a number of weeks. I'm not sure what the verdict is on it yet, but he had to have that done when he went to see the specialist. So he's out for the next few weeks. Other than that, we're okay. Yeah, it does. I mean, he's a big lad, so his body's going to take an awful lot of, of excess jumping, landing forces, external forces and whatnot. And, it's just broke down a few times for him at the moment. So he's got to fully concentrate on getting his body right now to play football, over a long period. Dimmy's out of his boot, which is really good. Obviously, Lungi and Sam aren't. I think Sam's out of his boot, but still walking on crutches. I think he's had his stitches out now because obviously he had an operation. But Lungi's still in there, so yeah. Dimmy looks the one who's likely to come back the quickest. No, I mean, they've had a couple of days off as well, which they've earned. It was a real intense period of, Saturday, Tuesday games. So we've now gone Saturday to Friday. So they've had a couple of well-earned days off, but they've worked extremely hard on the training pitch as well. So they're in a good place. Yeah, I don't take too much. I mean, it's a team effort. It's never just, a manager of the month. There's an awful lot of people who work with me to help the team, get to where we are. So it's nice to be, recommended to get it. But the be all and end all is just winning football games still. But there is a team behind all that, and whoever gets it deserves it. I'm expecting him for training this morning. No, not really. Yeah, no. We always said if a deal comes into the football club that's good for both player and our football club, then we would look at it. And this is one that has. Millot's not been playing at the moment, and frustrated that he's not been playing. And this gives him the chance to go and play at a really good stage for a really good football club. So it's a deal that we thought was really good for the football club to keep him playing. He wanted to go as well at the same token. So we thought it was a win deal for both. Yeah, he's in a good place. Obviously, he's been playing every game. Very rarely coming off the pitch as well to be subbed. So he's certainly doing okay for us. I think there's improvement in there. He's been a little bit loose on the ball at times in our half, and I've spoken to him about that through our interpreter. But he's settled in really well, and he's very infectious around the group. Yeah, only certain words, I think. Yeah, it's funny seeing him try to he just talks to the lads in Spanish and expects them to understand him at times. And they talk back to him in English, and then they both laugh. It's quite funny. Yeah, I mean, he went over to Belgium first and became a manager over there. And I know how highly he's spoken of. I took his first team coach from him, Aaron Danks, from Anderlecht. So spoke to him, at length about what he wanted to do and how he wanted to get things across. I suppose it's not bad, is it, if you play so many years under Pep Guardiola as well, to learn an awful lot about coaching as well. They've had to make a lot of changes in their squad. And they're playing well, so it's going to be a tough game. Both teams have come down from the Premier League, so it's probably going to be, our biggest test of the season so far. It is, but it's not December. It's not January. So. Listen, it's a tough place. We all know that. But we've been to Sunderland already. We've been to Birmingham, and there's a lot of tough places to go to. We've got to make sure that we concentrate on what we can do. Yeah, they have, and I think we've got some really good adaptable players, especially offensively. You look at Dowler and Sanani, for instance. They can play as a 10 or an 8 or a wide player. So we've got players that are quite adaptable. We've seen with AJ already, he can play off the left, he can play as a 10. Todd can do the same as well. So we're quite adaptable. I mean, the only thing really that will change is if we play a 2 and 1 in midfield, or a 1 and 2, or a flat 3. I think that's the only thing really that's going to alter with us. I feel with Sarge at the moment, we can play him a lot higher up the pitch and closer to Timu. And the other side, we've got players who would like to play in the pocket a little bit more. So, it's... I think we've got a real variety of choices at the moment, which is healthy. Yeah, it's a real tough one because I'm biased towards our supporters and wanting the best for them. I think we've got 668 going up. Is that right? At the minute. Travelling up there for an 8 o'clock kickoff, and God knows what time they're going to get back. But also, the money's put in the game from the broadcasters at the moment as well. So, it's hard to question the broadcasters when they're putting so much money into the game. But, we do need to think of the fans, because they're the ones that are going to be here. They've been here before, and they'll be at the end whenever there's a game on. So we have to make sure that we're looking after them as well.